Alright, hey, we're back to the story, right where we left off. We got 27 more pages to go. So he continues his journey along with his animal friends. He's continuing his adventure with the rescue Rosie. Next page. He goes on his own, and he spots a warthog in his random house there, a bunch of stairs, right beside the ground. He sees he's in trouble, and his own little garden is invented by rodents, eating his food. Luckily, our hero pulls out his hammer and starts to do like the old whack-a-mole game. He tries to whack most of them at a time, but they were too fast. And Mr. Warthog tells him to get the hose. You know, he doesn't know what a hose is. It's that thing that you squirt water. Okay, he said. Hold it in the water, right in the holes, right where they're at. And turn it on and they squirt out, although they've been outwit and defeated. He turns it on, and they got squirt out, and they run away and never to return again. And gives him a pile of raspberry fruit as his reward. For which he'll enjoy having. And take it home from his own place. Piles of berries. As his reward. So he continues on and lights his ostrich friend. And throughout part of the rainforest. Each then all of them let him go back on his own way to the swamp. And it gets late at night. And they start camping. And Kida's there too. Going the fox friend to give him company, and hopefully he'll find Rosie. And they'll get together again. Into arms, being close friends. And try their best to get her back from the clutches of Red Tyla. As much as possible. And look who's there. The Falcon guy that watches him. Next thing, we come to them. But you know when Mr. Warthog is there too, warn him that the swamp is dangerous. It's too dangerous for his friends to go in. And so he has to go on his own and leave his friends behind. So that it'll be too difficult for them to get through what lies in the swamp up for them. And he tells his ostrich friend, thanks for the ride. I'll do it on my own. Thank you. And just like that, he went inside the swamp, where it's infested by bats, live poison mushrooms, arrow frogs. Even plants that comes alive that wants to eat anybody that comes in his way. Luckily, he holds a hammer to fight them off, one at a time, so they won't get anywhere near him. Luckily, someone was there helping them and scares them right off. They were all afraid about the creature in front of them. Luckily, it's Falcon just there to help them. They were surprised that he's there to assist him get this far in. He tells him that I am here to help, but what you're about to face is far worse than those other creatures of bats, plants, evil mushrooms, and poison arrow frogs, my friend. Far worse. His friends still came along deeper into the swamp. They go in further and further. The foxes, the red pandas, the bears, and the panther cheetah weren't far behind in following him. And once you know it, an oversized, buffed alligator that pops right out of the water and sees him and his friends. It says with a tough voice, delicious treat for me, for old Roxy here. That's his name, by the way. And he starts to chase after him. The others run away and he starts chasing after Kirby Yukio Kazami instead. Ugh, get back here. I will eat you alive, little one. He runs for his life. Even gets ready to fight back with his hammer. Ugh. You think you're a match for me, little boy? You with pink hair? I will show you. They start fighting as much as possible while he uses the hammer against him. He chases him and heads off to a cliff. But luckily our hero was clever enough to know what to do. When he's a bit too tough and strong, he can outwit someone with muscles. Also not be that clever enough to know what he got up his sleeve. And next scene, he did the old banana trick. Again, he grabs onto a vine from the tree and swings across while he falls to his demise. But he's not quite dead, but he'll come back again pretty soon. So he took care of him, and the others behind him and still carry on to his journey to save Rosie before it's too late. But you know what? There she is, all tied up in an abandoned house at the very top. I'm hanging out for help. Help, help! Please, save me! And there she is, Red Tyva, and her magical powers of lightning. Kirby Yukio Kazami, I was expecting you would get here right away. Finally, I can destroy you once and for all. You won't defeat me this time. I will finally finish you off once and for all. The next scene, she uses her lightning powers, setting the trees and branches on fire. Our hero runs for his life that he's no match for her, and that there's no way his hammer attack will have effect on her powers. Ha ha ha. You're no match for me, boy. Luckily, there was a magnifying glass on the ground, and he tripped and fall and grabs onto it before she actually tries to sap him. He uses it and backfires on her, and to make those wacky cartoon eyeballs. Well, like, no! She gets zapped it by her own powers. She falls into the water, and a bunch of alligators randomly showed up, and crocodiles, showing her last bit of her arm, her hand sticking out, while the crocodilians were gonna eat her alive. And luckily it did not show any blood, since this is a kid's story on the way she would die horribly. All of them cheered for their friend that he did it. He finally got rid of Red Tyler once and for all. They were happy, enjoyed it. Hooray, hooray, he did it. He got rid of her. And now we can live in peace. And finally, it comes to Anne, and that Kirby Kiyokazami, he finally got Rosie back, and they enjoyed a beautiful nighttime. While in the background, way up there, is Falcon and watches over them while they sit down on top of his home. It's a cave he lives in, holding hands, a true romance, wrapping up a perfectly good story. You know, it's a wild, crazy jungle out there. I'm glad I had to finally finish this off right away. Okay. Someday I'll talk about the fourth one, which is right here apparently, where he finally ends up in the city. But I'll do that another time. I'm so glad I had to finish this up. Unlike the first one, that took me like 3 more parts. This one only took me like 2 parts now. I'm so glad I had to finish the rest of this story. You know, I never put any title text up there. But that's pretty much all for now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad you enjoyed me talk about the story of this. So, if you want to leave a like and subscribe, like as usual, like every YouTuber does. I'll see you all in the next video. So, I'll catch you all next time. Laters!